cause or source of suffering is ignorance. Because nobody wants suffering. Everybody, every sentient being wants happy life. Yet, we are facing problems. Now, for example, on this planet, I think nearly 7 billion human beings. No one in early morning when you get up hoping now today I should have more problem, I should have more trouble. Nobody feel that. Even if the people who in their business or their sort of work, a lot of problem. And in early morning, at least he or she may feel, now today I want to some more holiday, more restful, no longer facing with problem. So that kind of sort of wish there. So nobody, no sentient being want a problem or suffering, yet we are facing suffering. So the Buddhist answer, ignorance. Suffering, there are two kinds. One sort of problem of suffering, nature sort of according to nature of the phenomena. That's something different. But many problem, many suffering, actually our own creation. Now that kind of our own creation or suffering of our own creation, certainly we can reduce that through develop right kind of sort of mental attitude and right kind of action. Then through training, once we develop sort of positive mental attitude, then those problems which due to nature, that also is we can reduce in mental level. Now, for example, death. It comes. But because of mental attitude, at the time of death, through training, you can maintain your peace of mind. And illness, severe illness, through training, change your attitude towards suffering, towards death. At the actual sort of the causes of suffering happen, we can handle more proper way. So therefore, the Buddhists say we can reduce suffering because of we can change our mind mainly through education, through eliminate different ignorance. Now the fundamental ignorance, now that's the real sort of point. All different Buddhist school of thought, that is Rebashek, Sodhandek, Chittamantra, Madhyamika, all these four schools of thought is really investigating what is the ultimate ignorance. So, through that way, four different schools of thought develop or happen. And Buddha himself, as he told to his follower, according to different mental disposition, he taught different sort of philosophy, different concept. So within his own sort of teaching, there is contradictory sort of philosophy. So therefore he stated, "O my follower, should not accept my teaching out of devotion and faith. You should investigate my teaching thoroughly and carry experiment. Then you confirm through investigation, through experiment, confirm it is something reality, then accept." So Buddha states like that. So therefore, the follower of his teaching, like Nagarjuna and Aryadeva or Prasangika, Buddhapalita, all these great masters of Nalanda, they really carried thorough investigation, even Buddha's own sort of teaching. Through investigation, through logical investigation, they make distinction. This Buddha's teaching is kasoda, realistic. This teaching Buddha taught purposely to some different followers. We should not accept literally like that. So now the definition of ultimate ignorance, there are differences within the Buddhism. So now this text, you see, follow according the Madhyamika philosophy, because of lineage of this writer, is a follower of masters who follow Nagarjuna's philosophy. So that's part of explanation of differences, philosophical field, Buddhism, non-Buddhism, and there are a lot of differences, isn't it? So now question is, why this different philosophy? Answer should be, because among the humanity, 1,000 years, there are so many different mental dispositions. Therefore, we need different way of approach in order to reduce our destructive emotion which causing our suffering. So therefore, there is basis, unity, harmony. Even within Buddhism, there are different sort of philosophical view, and those sort of the lineage of different philosophy, they argue each other, even within Buddhism. So what we learned from that, now when we saw, you see, different religious philosophy, theistic religion, within the non-theistic differences, okay, must be, because among the believer, so many different dispositions. Within the Buddhism, within the Buddhist, there are different sort of mental dispositions. So therefore, we really need, and in fact, as a matter of fact, we need different views in order to cope with our sort of destructive emotion. Though obviously, to some people, it's much effective believe God. So total submission to God, through that way, reduce your anger, hatred, like that. To another person, law of causality, thinking that if you harm other, you will suffer. If you help other, you will get benefit. That's the law of causality. So, according to different mental disposition, different approach is much better. So I think reality, even this nearly 7 million human beings, it cannot be believer. That's a fact. And then within the believer, it is impossible to turn all believer should be Christian, unrealistic. All believers should be Muslim, unrealistic. All believers should be Buddhist, unrealistic. So it must be a realistic approach, like that. So therefore, these different religious traditions remain 1,000 years and brought immense benefit to millions of people on this planet in the past, present, and future too.